ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of The Hidden Agenda. I am Tony.
I'm Thanasi.
And we're assuming you're all watching the grand final. And congratulations to whichever team won. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
We've got rubbish to talk about instead.
And hopefully nobody's listening because of the grand final today, so let's get this show on the road.
Hopefully people are listening, even though...
But will they be listening, though? They're all off having pubs at the beer. They're all off having beers at the pub, celebrating their team's victory or loss.
But there needs to be something for the weirdos who aren't into it to listen to.
Like me and you, for example.
Yeah. I didn't watch.
I've always found fascinating is that, you get to the end of a season and then there's two teams playing. But, of course, there's a whole bunch of people that like other teams, right? Mm-hmm. But they always have one of the teams that they go for just because... bugger those other guys, we really don't want them to win. And they become like unofficial fans for just the day kind of thing.
Yeah, the underdog really shoots into... If their team was playing the underdog, it'd be screw the underdog, crush the underdog.
Yeah.
And then the underdog gets in the... Oh, we want the underdog.
We want the underdog to win.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's my observational... things
comedy,
about,
I guess.
It was more just observation.
Yeah.
Is there a genre for just observations that don't have any comedy attached to the back end?
I guess that would just be observational observations.
Yeah, but that's redundant. Just get up there.
I was trying to do a joke, but it really didn't work. That really just bombed.
Right. I guess that would just be the news, wouldn't it? If you were just up there making observations.
Yeah, the only difference between observational comedy and the news is the comedy.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's just a man was arrested today for running over a nun. Yep, that's an observation.
We noticed some things happening today. We're going to tell you about them.
Put them in this paper. You can read the paper now.
Anyway, let's get it going. What's our first topic?
First item on the agenda.
Yes.
I ran out of toothpaste.
Okay.
And I do what I always do when I run out of toothpaste, but I only started critically thinking about it recently.
Okay.
I went to the supermarket.
Yep.
And I had a look at the aisle of toothpaste.
There is an entire aisle of toothpaste.
And I went, where is the bog standard Colgate? That's just
the one it's not green, it doesn't have the speckles in it, doesn't have the star-shaped nozzle.
It's not even fast acting it's just
Colgate. I want regular acting Colgate.
It just says Colgate in a box, and that seems to be getting harder and harder to find every time I go in there. But eventually I found it, and I've thought to myself, are my teeth worse off for using this? Is it wrong to be going for the bog standard?
Should I be buying fast acting, fast whitening, enamel protecting, blah, 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 10,000 different ingredients?
But if Colgate says this will clean your teeth...
That's all you're looking to do.
What does all the other noise matter? What do I need all that for?
Well, you got to get the one where... Because I remember Colgate's thing used to be... 9 out of 10 dentists agree.
Oh, no, you can't... There's never all the dentists.
You can never get all the dentists. But see, this is the thing. How about skip all the fast-acting, tenactin, whatever, skip all that rubbish and just put the amount of dentists that agree with the use of that toothpaste on the box. It's just like, all right.
Is that a useful metric, though?
Well, look, I may not care particularly about my teeth. I may care more about the cheapness of it, right? I might not be able to spend much.
Yeah.
So I go to the supermarket and I think, okay, look, only 3 out of 10 dentists agree with the usage of this particular toothpaste. I can't afford a 4 or 5 dentist toothpaste, though.
Right. I'm going to ask you a really personal question here.
Go on.
What toothpaste do you use?
I use McLean's.
McLean's?
Yes.
But like some fancy-ass McLean's? Or?
It's the one that has the red, white, and blue. What? And I only buy that because I like the pattern.
So it's like a very American almost, or...
It's not because it looks American, I just like the mix-up of colours. I don't know, man, it's just...
So white, we can tell just from the bog standard Colgate, white is necessary for cleaning of the teeth.
Well, that's not true. There are toothpastes that don't have any white in them.
What? But the white is the...
The white is the bit that... I know, but apparently you can get a Colgate which is green only. Not apparently, you can. This is riveting stuff, by the way.
I've become an old man as far as toothpaste goes. What do we need? When I was young, we didn't have green in our toothpaste.
I remember watching a spot, and I might have said this once before, but it was one of those it was one of those kids shows that started a little bit before all the regular stuff. So, 3 o'clock you get home, it'd be like Sesame Street and then like cartoons for a couple hours until 5:30 or 6 when the news started. But there was that sort of hour before all the kids were home, that sort of 2 to 3 hour, where they just put something vaguely children related. And there was this particular show, there was an older gentleman on there, and he was just talking about how things were different when he was a kid compared to kids now, right? And at some point, I swear to you, he got really angry about how hand soap is too convenient now, right? So he was going on about, no, I'm not even kidding. He went up to a bar of soap and picked it up, pointed it at the camera, and said, hey kids, this is a bar of soap. When I was a kid, we didn't have fancy things like pump action hand soap. We had to use this thing, and everybody shared the same one. And then he just rants for like 2 minutes about how it was really terrible, and like it always, you'd always end up with like the little bit at the end with all the crap stuck on it.
But that's different. To complain about it for those elements, fine. To complain, this is too convenient.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. That's not a complaint. Unless it's like you're complaining that a crime is too convenient to commit or something.
He was just old. He was just complaining about... He was saying you're becoming an old man about toothpaste.
Yeah, I am. But I'm not have no problem with the convenience of the toothpaste. If anything, I wish it was more convenient to find the bog standard.
The bog standard.
I went in once to a supermarket and I was looking for the bog standard because I did not want to try the fresh breath. I was not having a bar of the fast acting and the enamel... I'm playing it...
You want a 3-dentist... toothpaste.
I'm in my safe zone, in my comfort zone when it comes to toothpaste. I'm not venturing out. I'm not adventurous with toothpaste. Just give me the white glue that makes my teeth good.
Give me the white glue that makes my teeth good, yep.
And I was looking for this bog stand and I couldn't find it anywhere. And then I saw they had the smaller containers of it. And I was like, oh, look, if I have to buy a smaller tube, I'll do that.
So hang on, you didn't even get the value in the end.
Well,
you bought a smaller tube so you could get the standard one.
Yes, but then I think I probably paid more for it in the end because I wasn't observant enough, and it was actually Peppa Pig branded.
Oh.
So my housemates were giving me crap for having Peppa Pig, and I'm like, I'm going to use that. I'm not throwing out Peppa Pig.
I can't. I found my bog standard.
Yeah.
I spent 5 whole minutes looking for it.
And I tell you what, if the Colgate takes away the bog standard and Peppa Pig is the only person I can turn to get it, I don't give a shit. I am going to Peppa Pig.
You're not changing brands?
I'm not. No.
You're that used to that particular toothpaste.
Why? I don't like. It is the default. Why move off the default?
There could be something better out there, man.
No.
You could have the red, white, and blue patriotic toothpaste. You could have the one that comes out in the shape of a star. You could have...
But my point is, if it's better, get rid of the default.
True.
If you buy a TV and it has 2 settings, okay, and a really good setting, and okay was the default, why keep,
why have the default there at all when you just always have the better setting?
If I was working in that company, I'd say, hey, well, let's get rid of this okay default and move up to
the better. Well, this is the thing with choice paralysis in general. There doesn't need to be 600 varieties of toothpaste. They all clean your teeth to some degree. I can imagine there being, toothpaste for, this will clean your teeth, but you'll need to really work at it yourself. Then your sort of middle-class toothpaste, which is like, this will do a reasonable job of cleaning your teeth, not too much effort, suitable for use with electric toothbrush, but isn't going to give you that, movie star glow kind of thing. And then you've got your rich people toothpaste, which is kind of like, just kind of squirt it in your mouth and walk away. It'll do all the rest for you.
That's not a thing?
I'm sure that's a thing.
Oh, I want to get I'll give that one a shot.
Yeah. Oh, so you'll change brands for the automatic toothpaste?
Yeah. Anything that's more convenient. I just don't want to learn new... There's so much things we've got to learn all the time. We've got to learn...
I'm sorry, but what exactly is there to learn about toothpaste?
I don't know, what all the types are, what they all do.
To be perfectly honest with you, while I do have that preference, I don't care. I usually just buy the cheapest one.
Oh, yeah, if there's some toothpaste there and it's the only option, I won't forsake toothpaste because it doesn't match my preference.
Of course, but I think the thing that's most confusing is when you get choice paralysis or this huge amount of choice for things that there's no difference in, like beans, for example. You can go to Woolworths or Coles or whatever, and there will be 50 varieties of red kidney beans. They're all just kidney beans. They're all coming from the same place. Bottled water is especially bad. That's all just tap water, right? Bottled water is all just tap water. Don't let anybody fool you into thinking that's actually spring water, right? But you've got your $1 brand and your $5 brand. What's the difference there? Is it just... Am I supposed to feel more ideologically sound if I buy the more expensive one? Like, what is it? Is the scam with the $5 bottle of water that $4 is going to a charity? Like, it's all tap water.
Yeah. But, I think it goes a bit further for me.
Is it a conspiracy, isn't it?
No. Like, I sort of almost equate this to, like, potato chips.
Sorry, before you go on, I'll just let you know that I just spilled liquid on myself on a live stream, so
that's
doing
good.
Real good.
So, audio listeners, he could have got away with that.
I could have, but I decided to tell you because we're honest on this show.
I wouldn't have said anything. But the potato chip.
Yeah.
You got the plain, and that was all you had for a long time.
Sure.
And now we're in some crazy world where they taste like chicken sandwiches, and you eat the chip and you go, I can taste the lettuce and the bread.
Yeah.
And to me, I kind of look down on the chicken sandwich one because it's like, what are you trying to be? You're like an imposter here. You're not a chicken sandwich. You're a potato chip, but you're trying to play at something else. And the further toothpaste moves away from the default, the more I sort of like, I look at you and I'm like, you needy piece of shit.
This is not even toothpaste anymore.
You fast-acting, fresh breath. Look at what this bog standard one could do.
This one doesn't even claim to clean my teeth. It just assumes I know.
It's substance. The default has substance because it's not showy, it's not flashy. It's just out there doing its job without needing... It's like, can you look in how fast I can clean the teeth? It's a trooper. And that's why I support the default toothpaste.
Yeah, okay.
It's a trooper, damn it.
It's a trooper.
And that's why I eat the plain chips. They're troopers. Putting up with chicken
going
sandwich,
out there,
dumpling.
they're in there. They're like, there's nothing that interesting about us, but please choose us.
We are the unsung majority. We get the job done.
It's like vanilla ice cream. Nobody hates vanilla ice cream, but very few people choose it.
I like vanilla ice cream.
Yep.
It gets the job done. When you get ice cream that's got choc chips and frickin' bits of apple pie in it, is it even an ice cream anymore?
Well, no, I guess it is, but to who?
But not a very good one.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know that you can claim that. You could even stumble upon a fancy ice cream that you like someday.
Oh, I do. I quite like the cookies and cream one, but I look at it and I go, the cookies and cream here are adding a lot, and they're not ice cream.
Yeah,
you're leaning on outside help here.
So you talked about the chips. Pringles recently did an interesting thing. Mm-hmm. They've released, they seem to be releasing a new flavor every week now, and they're all vastly just terrible, right? Yeah. And I've commented to that effect on their Facebook page several times, and once they even responded to me with a snarky GIF.
Yeah.
But they recently released cheese toasty flavored Pringles.
Right.
And then the following week they released chicken schnitzel flavored chips.
Yeah.
Right? I thought, okay. Then the week after that, they make a post on Facebook, grab one of our grilled cheese chips and one of our chicken schnitty, is what they called it, chips, combine them, and you've got yourself a chicken parma sandwich, is what they were claiming.
Right.
Is the case here.
So they're almost becoming like Jelly Belly now.
Yeah, I know. This has gone to a whole new level of imposter now.
Chips used to be potato.
Yeah.
And now, what is this? This is witchcraft. I don't know. If you want that so bad, why not have a chicken parma sandwich?
Yeah.
Go down to the Subway.
Yeah. Go to the pub even. Get a chicken parma. Get a couple of bits of bread. Some phone is ringing here. Not my phone.
Is this the studio phone?
Yeah.
Do we...
What do I do with this? We're not expecting a phone call.
We
just going to ignore that, I reckon.
Is there a way to turn that? We're not confident enough to take callers yet.
We're not taking live calls yet.
But I like the idea that somewhere out there felt so strongly about either toothpaste or chips or something.
Something that they decided to call in. So yeah, I don't know. I hope... please don't call again if you're listening. I'm not equipped to deal with this right now. I've got a comment here from one Lawrence who says, I quite like bars of soap. I think they're underrated.
I'm not saying that you shouldn't like them. I'm just saying that lack of convenience is not a reason.
It's just like the defaults are fine. A bar of soap does the job. Plain toothpaste does the job. Salted chips do the job.
No, they do more than the job. They are troopers.
Yes. Troopers. Yeah, all right. I don't know. I reckon I ran out of things to say about that probably a couple of minutes ago.
Oh, look, I could probably squeeze more out.
Do you reckon you can squeeze more out of that one?
Yeah, but let's not.
Let's not. Here.
Here.
So, the next item on the agenda is I want to talk about people that make quite daring gestures, if that makes any sense. And I'll contextualize this a little bit better. So, recently, and I'm going to say this on the air, but I went to a speed dating event recently, okay? For the second time. It was the same one, just a month later kind of thing. I went for the second time. And I go in there, and, the first time was fairly successful and all that, blah, blah, some good conversation and all this kind of thing. The second time I go in there, and one of the ladies I had met with at the previous event was there again.
Right.
I thought, great. Last time...
This is a second date.
Exactly. Exactly. It's a second date, right? I've done my 7-minute bit now. Like, I've done the whole best behavior, cracking jokes, being the best I can be kind of thing, which is exhausting, by the way.
Yeah.
And, I had matched with her. Think of this as like
if she's there next Tinder, month, right? Three dates.
Right.
Hey!
So at the first event, I had matched with her. So I had gotten her phone number at the end of the evening.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's good.
Right.
Yes.
Now, I had attempted to contact her and I didn't get a response. Okay? And I only made 2 attempts to contact her and I didn't get a response. I figured, okay, she obviously changed her mind or something like that. I walk into this second event and she's there. Right? And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I got 2 options here. And you'll find quite often that my life boils down to 2 options. But I can either walk right up to her and be like, hey, what's the deal with, getting your phone number last time and you not getting back to me? Or I could pretend that never happened, reset, do my 7 minutes again, and hope it lands this time. All right?
So the same 7 minutes.
Well, okay, not the same material, but you know what I mean.
Right. I was going to say, that would be ballsy.
Do my fresh introduction.
Right.
That would be pretty ballsy, though, if I sat down and just did the exact same bit as I had done the first time. Anyway, no. I decided to call her out. Right? So I went up, I said, hey, I won't say a name. I said, hey there, I met you last time. We exchanged details at the end of the evening. You never got back to me. Right? And I didn't know what exactly response to expect, but to her credit, she took it like a trooper. She was just like, yeah, look, real sorry, been super busy, but, it was nice to meet you last time, and why don't we just get to know each other a little bit better this time? I said, sweet. There's only one of 2 ways that could have gone, and that was either like total embarrassment, right? She could have just gone like, oh, look, real sorry, and all this kind of thing, and that would have been bad, or what she did. So we sit down for our 7 minutes, again, we start doing the rounds and whatever. And we just basically pick up where we left off. Go through the evening. I'll skip the rest. There were some interesting characters there, but anyway. So at the end of the evening, of course, it gets sent to me that she said sort of yes again. So I've got her phone number for the second time now.
Right.
And then
at least she was consistent.
Well, she was clearly she clearly liked something about me.
Yeah.
Right. Just never responded again. Second time, all this, agreed that we chat and whatever. I got a couple of cursory kind of like, oh, it was nice to see you again, and that was the end of it. I never heard from her again.
Right. So a pattern is emerging here.
A pattern is there. So this person apparently likes something about me, but is terrified of me? I don't know what the deal is here.
Maybe she is just super busy.
I don't know.
Maybe she's just paralyzed with fear in front of the toothpaste aisle.
The toothpaste aisle.
Just spending paralyzed. Hours at a time just picking up 2 boxes.
Look, I'd really love to come out for a coffee with you, but I've been staring at toothpaste for 4 hours and I can't decide which one to buy. Yeah.
So what? Okay. Are you going to do it again?
No. What? As in go to this event again?
Yeah.
Yes.
And the likelihood that she's going to be there
seems pretty good.
Right.
She says she'd even been to several different ones in the intervening time between the first and second time I met her.
Okay.
So it seems fairly likely.
So you're likely to end up back in this spot.
Probably.
Right.
But what do I even do? This is the thing. It's like, do I just try ignoring her completely next time? Like, is that the play here? Because clearly, trying to... But I guess my whole point is here, more specifically, with this, how I said the start of the topic was these ballsy maneuvers.
Yes.
It's like, I think that's a pretty ballsy thing to do, to just be like, hey, it was nice to meet you last time. We should definitely catch up. And then just bam, nothing, right?
Is that ballsy there?
I don't know. Well, because I've got your number literally twice at this point. And so, I'm going to okay, the first time I can see you changing your mind. The second time when you come in there and say yeah, look, I really meant to get back to you. You're cool and everything. And we match a second time. And then you're just like, no. There could be any number of legitimate reasons, but I don't know that.
Maybe she's not that into you.
Yeah.
But
she's being polite.
Yes.
Possibly.
I think that's probably...
it's almost certainly the case. But if that's the case, all you do is you just check a little no, and then the second time around...
but she can't...
I suppose I've already got her details. But why would she give them to me the first time?
That, I don't know. Maybe she liked you and then, I don't know.
To be fair, though, I was a disaster the second time. I walked up, I still had my coat on, I was knocking people's drinks off tables. It was just total
your game
disaster.
Went down for round 2.
Yeah, way down. I was a disaster the second time around. I had so much fun the first time, I was a disaster the second time. But I'll give you a parallel situation that happened. This was at my last job. There was a young lady who seemed interested in me, right? I didn't put the moves on her or anything like that. She seemed interested. She was coming over and chatting to me, and whenever we had, the drinks on the Friday afternoon, she'd always come and sit next to me and chat to me, all this kind of thing. Anyway, it gets to a point, I said, oh, hey, what are you doing this weekend? Let's grab a coffee. Yeah, no worries. She gives me a phone number, right? I didn't ask her anything like that. And you'll see, this is I asked her to come out with me.
That's kind of...
Sure. But,
you need details
sure,
to
but
do
she
that.
proffered her phone number. I didn't have to then say, give me your phone number so we can organise it.
Right.
Keep in mind, this is somebody I work with and see every day. Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah, no worries. Seemed real excited. Everything seemed to go down well. Over the weekend, as is the story of my life at this point, as you know, no reaction, no response to anything. The problem with ghosting somebody you work with is that you work with them, right?
That is difficult.
Yeah.
I've never ghosted anyone I work with, I don't believe.
No.
I've ghosted people I know I'm never going to see again.
Yeah.
And that's it.
You know what? I just, and her, excuse me, because this really just cracks me up. Apparently, her way of dealing with the fact that she ghosted me over the phone for setting up some kind of get-together was to attempt to ghost me in person physically at work.
Right.
Which was literally we'd be coming down the same hallway, she would turn and walk the other way. We'd walk past each other, I'd say hello, she'd look to the other side of the room or talk to someone else. It turned into this cat and mouse game of how we could avoid each other around the office.
Right.
For 2 weeks. Before she finally, started responding to me again, but completely made no mention of the fact that had happened. And I was just like, do I say something? Do I even just be like, did something happen? Is everybody okay? But, I would have done that if she had said, g'day, sorry about the weekend, this came up. That would have been no problem at all, right? But instead, we're playing this cat and the mouse game through the office. It literally you could have put the Benny Hill theme song to it. We're just chasing each other around the office.
Aren't people weird?
People are very, very strange.
They are. Present company included.
Yeah.
The both of us.
Yeah, but that's why we're sitting here talking about...
I don't want to give the impression that I'm thinking others are weird.
Toothpaste choice paralysis and people not texting us back in a timely fashion. I mean, this is real hard-hitting stuff,
Yes. Well, listeners, it is very likely that Thanasi is going to end up in this situation again.
It seems likely.
What should he do?
Has anybody got any advice for apparently... maybe I've got the wrong idea. Maybe my dates aren't going as well as I think they are. That appears that a preponderance of evidence points towards the fact that these dates actually suck and I'm the only one enjoying myself, right?
Yes.
But, is there some trick? Is there something I need to know? Am I just useless at reading body language? I like to think I do okay relating to people.
Yeah,
But then again, this is the guy that comes onto the radio and talks to, a few hundred people about how he doesn't like the tap in the sink at work. So maybe I am just strange.
If I was to offer a theory, it was that, and this is the same with sitcoms.
Yeah.
Once the two get together,
Yeah.
the sitcom goes downhill. The tension is relieved.
That's true, yeah.
And then
once the sexual tension is killed, then that's it.
So you say, hey, let's go and catch up. Okay. I didn't really... And maybe they enjoyed the tension more than they enjoyed the idea of being... of the tension being
prospect,
resolved.
Yeah,
yes.
exactly. Yeah.
They some people I think like the tension, others want the tension resolved.
Yeah,
and I think that's a theory.
That's your theory.
I could be way off.
So basically, they're into me while there's tension, and then the tension disappears, presumably because I've.
Well, you've made a move. You've set something up,
and clearly not done a very good job.
I don't know if that's... I don't know if you could have done any job.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. There might not be any job good enough for that. If the tension is what they were after.
Coming up with even a few minutes of good material to how do you showcase your personality to somebody in... 7 minutes, but ostensibly 3.5, because you got to let them talk, right?
No. You steamroll through their section.
Steamroll right through.
Yeah.
Like,
You take
we're
the
not
7
here
minutes.
to talk about you. I've got 7 minutes to tell you about why I am not insane. Let's begin.
You judge after this 7 minutes, and look, I'll just tick everyone. I don't know. That's the Tinder way of doing things, isn't it? You just...
Yeah, except I'm not even going to get into that. But I reckon... That's probably about...
Well, we do have a flawless plan here.
Yeah.
A listener has messaged in. They won't say you should go to the event again, but wear a false moustache.
Oh.
So...
Yeah, that could work, actually. Well, I'll get one of those little... the little plastic nose, the Groucho Marx. Yeah.
But only pull it out, like... As you're going to sit... Was it the men who move around?
It's the men who move around.
Yeah. So you're next to her, you get up, pull out of your... Open your jacket pocket, glasses out, pop them on, sit down. Hello, I'm Lord Baron Son Version Snatch.
Lord Reginald von Crumplebottom the 14th.
Yes, and then you steamroll through 7 minutes of explaining why the benefits of dating a lord, and you're golden.
All right, I'll try that, and I'll let everyone else know how it goes next time.
Oh yeah, because that'll be several episodes wasted.
Yeah, that'll probably be a fair bit down the track, but I reckon that's about it for that topic.
All right, I've got nothing more.
We're going to an ad break now, so here.
And
we'll hear back. You'll hear back from us in a couple of minutes. And we're back.
Wow, that was a quick 2 minutes.
That was a very quick 2 minutes. Well, it caught us out last time, but this time I was just staring at it to make sure it wouldn't catch us out again.
But doesn't it advertise... Well, doesn't it say how long the ad break is going to be?
It does. It gives us, a few seconds here. Like, you get sort of, this adds 10 seconds, that adds like 5 seconds or whatever. But there were only 2 that time, so...
Okay. That was 2 ads in that break?
That was 2... Well, 1 ad and a sting, I think.
Oh, okay. Wow. That's efficient advertising.
Yeah, I know.
If you can't get through your own profile in 7 minutes and you're looking at these people advertising their whole business in 30 seconds, what does that say about you,
I've got to learn something from these people, actually. If they can sell things in 8 seconds...
Why not go to an advertiser? Get some copy written about yourself.
Go in there and just be like, listen, I need some material that makes me come across like, the person I actually am. Other than the apparent mistake that I make here that makes me come across weird.
Yeah, just say, I want to sell... I mean, this is probably already a business. And in fact, you hear about these people who, zhuzh up your profiles and all that sort of thing.
Or like Hitch, that movie Hitch.
Yeah, but I'm saying actually go to, like, someone who does ads for carpet cleaning or something and be like...
I'll get a jingle written for myself.
A jingle? You sit down at the table...
Yeah.
Hey, before we start, I just want to play this.
Pull out your phone, tap the 30-second jingle, sums me up nicely. What do you reckon?
Listeners, what rhymes with Thanasi? Message in.
Yeah,
and
let us know.
So I guess we should go on to item number 3.
We should probably move on to item number 3.
I don't know how big a fan you are of magic.
I love magic.
Magic, I find it very entertaining.
Sure.
Penn and Teller's Fool Us.
Great show.
It gives you quite a nice glimpse, behind the scenes. And just sort of, everything I know sort of about the craft of magic, I guess, I know from them. It's like this weird body of knowledge that you have to sort of come at sideways because they won't just tell you anything. But if you're inside, then you all know the terms and the tricks and all that.
Yeah.
And there's clearly clever people. And they're like, how do I move the card from this side of the table to that side of the table without it being seen? They come up with ways for that. And I just wonder, has that ever solved practical problems? Has anyone ever gone, your card trick there?
Yeah.
You could actually solve a very complicated issue we have installing weather vanes. Like, but I mean... is that, I mean, surely they're very clever people. They're doing very clever stuff, and it's all practical, but kind of useless at the same time.
Its only purpose is to entertain. Yeah,
I just
it doesn't
wonder
serve any other purpose.
If you sat down with a group of magicians and said, "Here's a problem we have with our business," whether they could come up with like some
magical solution.
Yeah,
yeah, but I mean, how do you solve poor sales with sleight of hand?
Well, maybe not Paul. Like, I'm thinking more like, erecting things or installing things or. Well, I mean, misdirection, though, would be... like that's a psychological trick you could use.
All of advertising is misdirection.
Well, I don't know if I agree with that. Some of it is saying, here's the things that's good about the product.
You're telling me, seriously, that, like, an advertisement for...
say, Colgate bog standard toothpaste.
You think... You ever seen those ads? They're often for... like sanitary products, but it's just like meadows, skipping, lovely music in the background, a picnic in the park, that kind of shit. And it's and it's just an ad for, I don't know, wet wipes.
There is a fun game sometimes I like to play when the ad is more than halfway over and you still don't know
what the product is.
And you're like, often insurance is my guess. I go...
the insurance ads are bad.
Yeah.
Insurance ads are bad. But those ones are often a giveaway because they'll start with an old couple or
they're the dead
couple.
giveaway. I'm thinking more like, I guess, like money... like less old people insurance and more, you can't let your house burn down, blah, blah, blah.
Get what? Get home and contents?
Yeah, home and yeah.
You can't let your house burn down.
Well, you can't. Well, you shouldn't. You should not let your house burn down.
You shouldn't. But wouldn't that ad start more like, it'd be a real shame if your house burned down, wouldn't it?
I'm not an ad writer, right?
No, we did try to do this, and it came out a disaster.
It did. You can listen to that on previous episodes in the podcast archives.
Yes.
But what was my point? There's something about magic.
Yeah, so what practical problems can magicians solve? I mean, I think if you're a thief...
Yeah.
If you're a thief, I think a magician could help you be a more effective thief.
So you go over to the magician, you go, look... I'm just not stealing enough jewels.
I can't hide enough jewels in my skin folds / behind my ear / in my mouth.
And the magician goes, have you thought about wearing long sleeves?
Exactly.
And the thief goes, oh, and then I can drop them down. And the magician's like, yeah, you got it.
Have you considered a jacket with 10 interior pockets?
Right.
You could get out of the jewellery store and nobody would be any the wiser.
Yes. But
save for a problem like that. I mean... what about those magicians that build really impressive card houses? Could you get one of those to build a skyscraper?
No.
Why not?
It's regulation codes.
But, I mean, they're building impossible structures out of cards. So think about this kind of skyscraper.
I don't think it doesn't scale properly. Those cards, they fall down.
Yeah, I don't know. But I don't know, man. Have you... those card houses, the guys that know how to build, they seem impenetrable. They seem like they can't be knocked over. They're sitting there stacking up cards like nobody's business.
Yeah.
Instead of cards, use girders.
But that... okay, so maybe there's some structural... But do you think that they've figured out some sort of cross lattice that no one in engineering has figured?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not.
But I reckon there's got to be some... if you were Penn and Teller...
yeah.
And you knew the magic world very well... but you probably don't know, say, the building industry or the carpentry industry or whatever. There's probably some crossover there that you could sort of apply and improve. If we all had magician's knowledge, how far advanced would our society be?
I'm not sure. I think our society would be spending a lot of time doing a whole lot of nothing. if we... I mean, there'd be a bunch of people unicycling down the street juggling chainsaws. That's a lot of fun to watch.
But, I mean, that kind of is... Is there much difference between a unicycle and a Segway?
No. Well, other than the fact that the Segway theoretically balances itself, although a Segway did throw its creator off a cliff.
Yes, it did.
Yeah. After he had sold the company, though, so, didn't matter so much for his stocks.
No, I guess not. But yeah, I just...
I'm just trying to think of... You can't... I don't have very much for me after 7 minutes into a topic, Tony.
7 minutes is a good length.
Yeah, except...
my first one was 17. Give me some slack. It's averaging out.
Except 5 7s are only 35, Tony, and we've got 55 to fill up.
Yeah, well, I'm just... so you want me to keep going? I'll dig. If you want some digging.
You start digging.
Oh, I mean, magicians, one of their things is disappearing in one place and appearing in another.
That could be useful.
Transport.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Well, get magicians to come up with some... But the thing is, it wouldn't be any faster, it'd just have a very long understage tunnel.
Yes, I suppose.
You want to disappear here and appear there? You go, yeah. They go, how long would you like that to take? You're like, oh, look, instantaneously if possible. They're like, look, I don't know if we can do instantaneously, but how quickly can you crawl on all fours? Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm just trying to think, is there anything with cards? They do, like... Surely, is there a magician? You get the deck, like, you know, they shuffle the cards, they sort the cards. Have software engineers looked at how magicians shuffle cards or sorted cards and gone, maybe we could improve
Maybe we could improve search algorithms this way.
Oh, a magician does some interesting thing that we've never thought of. I don't know. I don't know how magicians do it.
No.
But there you go. There's 2 more minutes.
Yeah, that was another... All right, fine. Fine. If that's all you've got for me, that's all you've got for me.
It's grand final weekend, folks.
Nobody's listening anyway.
Cut us some slack.
If you're listening, say g'day. But, yeah, leave us a comment or something. What do you reckon? Is that it for that one?
Yeah, look, no, I got nothing.
You really stitched me up, man.
I stitched you up.
You stitched me up.
Just like a magician stitches up a mark.
That's right.
Yeah, I actually had a lot more, but I hid it magically.
What a cop-out. That's the kind of cop-out a magician would make.
Yes.
All right, here.
Here.
I think my next one's going to be good. I think my next one's going to be good.
Do you say that before the speed dating as well?
Yeah. I think there's something that I do when I'm talking to people, and it happens sort of more with people that I don't know that well, that I'm just getting sort of to know, right? And it's the one, and you'll have experienced this one, but it's the one where you're chatting to somebody, you're learning about their preferences, like, for example, what they like to watch, what they like to listen to,
what kind
music,
of toothpaste,
films, what kind of toothpaste they're into, what kind of red kidney beans they buy.
Yes.
And they say to you at some point, have you heard X band? So let's just take an example. Have you heard Metallica?
Right.
Now, a lot of people have, but let's just say you hadn't. Reflexively, my answer to that would be, yes, I have. Right?
So you're saying you haven't?
I haven't, but I will say I have.
Why?
Right? I don't know. I don't think about doing it. I don't do it on purpose. It just flies out of my big old gob, and then I've put myself in a situation where I need to salvage this.
So what's your back out strategy? When I said yes, what I actually meant was
no. No. So my back out strategy is, I throw it out there and hope that they just take it as a given and move on. That the conversation just becomes they just start telling me about some stuff, enough that I can latch onto it and maybe pull in something related, something to get myself out of it.
Because I guess if you know about it and I know about it, there's no real need to dwell on it.
Exactly. You can just move on.
Yes.
Right? But if they then follow it up with something like, so do you remember this album or this track on this album?
Yes.
Well, then I'm forced to do something like, well, actually, I haven't really listened to them that much, but I have heard of them.
Right.
I feel like, I've heard about that album or I've heard about this band or whatever, but I'm not that familiar with them.
Right.
Why don't you tell me a little bit about them?
Yep.
And hope that I get away with it.
Right.
But I do this every time. I can't help myself. It's almost like it's just this impossible thing, which is like I can't. It ties into the thing you said last week, right? Which is like this almost fear of not knowing things you feel like you should know.
Right. So you're worried that that's sort of like announcing to the world, I don't know how eggs work.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know Metallica. I don't know how eggs work. But yeah,
what I haven't identified in all these years of doing this, because I do this still to this day, and it's not something that I've been able to correct, is like why exactly I do it. I know on one hand it's just like, yeah, okay, I might feel like I come across like I don't know, but on the other hand, that doesn't matter. This person's asking me so that if I don't know, they can tell me about them being something they're passionate about or like or are interested in.
Yeah.
So is that something you do? Is it something other people do? I know it's happened to me a lot. I know other people have done that to me a lot as well.
No, I think I tend to be pretty... I say the phrase, I know of them quite a lot.
So you come out with I know of them?
Yes. Have you heard of blah, blah, blah? I know of them. I know of it.
But how often is that the truth? Like, will you just say straight up, I've never heard of them, I have no idea?
Yeah, I don't know. If I've never heard, if the collection of syllables has not been something I've ever read or ever heard,
Yeah.
I will say, I don't know that.
Geez, you must have a very easy life compared to me.
My toothpaste dilemma is tough, though. But what, I mean, you say I have it. It's not like there's an easy way to make your life easier, which is don't lie about things you haven't heard about.
It's impossible.
It's not impossible.
It's impossible.
I feel like we should practice.
I have to know about everything, Tony.
So what's your thoughts on Judas Priest?
I quite like Judas Priest.
And what do you think about Florgle Norgle?
Well, I haven't really listened to that much Florgle Morgle, but,
Well, you haven't listened to any because I made them up, you idiot. You should have said you don't know.
And that is my biggest fear, is that one day somebody's going to do that to me.
It's pretty malicious, though, to be inserting things that don't exist. I think the vast majority of people asking you questions will be asking you things about that do exist.
Sure. But there's going to be that one freak that comes along one day and goes, I'm just going to try and trip this random stranger up by just inventing something.
Yeah, but as my father used to say, when you point the finger at someone, there's 3 fingers pointing back at you.
What's that mean?
That means that who is this freak going around trying to catch out people? And
true.
What does that say about him?
Yeah, that's true.
I just think you need to say, look, I know of it, or I've never heard of it, and that's okay. You know what you know.
The thing is, I know I should do that. What I'm telling you is that I can't do that. Is that my it's a knee-jerk response to just seem relatable.
It's okay.
I'm sick, Tony. There's a problem with my brain. That's what we're talking about here.
Relatable. And you feel like not knowing things makes you unrelatable?
Apparently.
I don't know if it does. I think people inherently like sharing knowledge.
True.
Unless you're a magician. I think people...
yeah, the magic circle's real tight.
Yeah, but they probably try that sort of crap to track it. Oh, have you heard about the latest flip-flap card shuffle? Yeah, that's really effective. No, I made that up.
It's not a real thing.
Get out of magic.
What are you doing in magic?
Yes. Yeah. Then he's like, no, I just invented it. I don't know. But, people I think enjoy sharing knowledge. And I think you need to just have that in the back of your mind.
Just need to get into sharing knowledge.
Or just letting other people share knowledge. When you're explaining something to someone, that is a good thing, I think. People enjoy the act of imparting wisdom or sharing knowledge. As I am doing right now to you, I'm enjoying this a lot.
Are you?
Yes.
I'm glad.
You.
I hope the people listening are enjoying too.
I hope so as well. And you pass this on as well, everyone. But I think just think that.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to have to because I got no other choice. I just keep stepping into this. I keep stepping into it.
The other thing you can do is start. If you don't know something, accuse them of having made it up. Hey?
Just like Metallica. I've never heard of Metallica. No. They couldn't possibly exist.
That's not a real band.
That's a fake band.
You've made that up to try and trick me, and I will not be having any of it.
Somehow I think that would make me even less relatable.
But boy, would it be entertaining for the show, I guess. But
I'm going to have to... And see, the worst part is when you get onto, and we've spoken about this before, the people that are very difficult to disengage with. Because if you tell them you know about a topic that they quite like and find difficult to disengage from, then you're going to be hearing about trains or water filters or a particular type of World War II bomber. You're going to be hearing that for 30 minutes.
There is an interesting thing as well when two people, they sort of start talking. Then it's established that both know about a topic. Then what happens next is a further establishment of who knows the most.
Who knows the most about
Who is going to be the dominant one in the discussion of this topic?
Yeah. Power leveling, like one-upping. Yeah.
But just like, and did you hear about this? Well, actually, that was a bit of a misconception. And then the person who says the first thing goes, oh, okay, I know a bit less than what I thought I knew.
And see, I feel like that only happens with people you've just met or people you've known for a long time that share a common interest.
Right.
And then you just start trying to power level each other, just start to constantly one-up each other.
I feel it's more because if you know each other for a long time, if we both are big Metallica fans, and I come across a new bit of Metallica, I share that with you.
Yeah,
He's a
exactly.
big Metallica fan. I'll
And
share
you,
that.
and then you could just be like, this is of their officially released album. Why don't you listen to this bootleg instead? This bootleg from this little pub show, you know?
Well, actually, you'll find that the bootleg was official for a little while, and then it stopped being official after they didn't. Okay, sure.
Yeah. I reckon that's probably about it for that one.
That's probably good.
I reckon so.
Here.
Here. We got any comments? I've got a how's it going buggerlugs from my friend Savaro. Going well.
Going well.
I got a hey guys from my cousin. Also going well.
It
And
is
hello.
self-evident that it is going well.
Yes. It's going very well. How about, have you got any from your friends? Or do my friends
just
like
that
me
one
more than
I
yours?
previously read out the the advice for the thingo. So
Topic number
item number 5.
item number 5. We're never going to get that right.
So I was just, the Masked Singer is on now.
Yeah.
It's a show unlike any show you've ever seen, says the ads.
Yes. They often do.
The ad, and that I don't understand, because I've seen a lot of shows where people sing well-established songs.
Yep.
There's a lot of people out there singing songs that are more successful than those people will ever be.
Exactly. Yep.
And it just makes me think, with the Idol and Australia's Got Talent, and what's the one where I don't know, they've all got buzzers, The Voice.
Yeah.
Don't we have enough talent? Do we need to keep digging up talent?
I mean, is there something wrong with digging up more talent?
If you were running a business
Yeah.
and you kept buying property
Yeah.
and not really filling the property with employees,
Yeah.
eventually, wouldn't you want someone to sort of tap you on the shoulder and go, I think we have enough buildings. We need to grow the business now to fill into the buildings we have, rather than continually purchasing more empty buildings.
So you're saying that even though... So discovering new talent is one thing, but the point is the talent we've already discovered is so good...
No, I never said that.
Okay, sorry. The talent that we've discovered thus far has filled the void to such an extent... We more on track? No?
No, I'm saying the talent we've discovered thus far hasn't done a lot. And shouldn't we cultivate it more?
Well,
before...
hang on a minute. They haven't done a lot in your opinion.
Okay, but just... Name me, all right.
Oh, here
We've
go.
had probably 15 years of search songs, songs from... shows where people come on and try and...
Idol and Voice and whatever.
15 years.
Sure.
That's a lot.
Sure.
Heavy metal was born and died within that time period.
Pretty much, yes.
Name me a single song from someone that was written by one of those people and that wasn't sort of established or came from outside that area of the industry.
I believe the single Angels Brought Me Here by Guy Sebastian was not a cover.
That is correct.
Yep.
So name a second one.
Name a second one. Kelly Clarkson, Since You've Been Gone. That was an American one, but that was her song, I'm pretty sure.
Was that an original?
I think so. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. Any listeners that could correct us, please do.
Have you got a third?
Have I got a third?
15 years here. Well, when did Idol get? That's almost probably 20 years.
Yeah, 2003 or 4 or something it started.
So my point is, do we need any more of these people?
No, you've made your point. Yeah, absolutely not.
And they come on and they sing Queen and they sing Madonna.
But Queen and Madonna sang Queen and Madonna,
Yeah.
and they did it better.
We don't need any more. There's
But does
enough.
this mean that we don't need tribute bands, cover bands, things like that?
Well, no, they're filling a different
serve a
niche.
purpose, right?
Yeah, I guess. They're for the people who want to go out and see a live. I'm saying we don't need any more. We don't need to uncover more talent. Singing well, probably contrary to what people thought 20 years ago, is quite common. There is a lot of people out there and they can sing quite well.
Yeah, I suppose that because it's very easy to get exposure now, right?
But we
You put
don't
yourself on the
need
internet,
we
yeah.
don't need any more good singers. We're covered.
Oh, yeah, and we've got plenty of singers that aren't that good either.
Yes. See, this is why I've always said they should have a show where you come on with songs.
So you have to write your own material.
You write the song, you perform the song, you vote on the best song.
Well, I don't understand why we need more singers, but we could certainly do more talent in other areas. Can you imagine if we had a reality TV show, Australia's Next Best Stand-Up Comedian?
Yeah.
I think that could be a lot of fun.
It probably could.
Because you'd have to write your own material there. You're not coming up doing Seinfeld's bits.
Oh, no. No, you're not.
Yeah, no. Because you'll get eaten alive.
Yes.
If you do that.
You won't hang around for very long. But, yeah, so that's, to me, a better area. Mm. Singing, we're covered.
But what about the general talent show?
Well, yeah, but it's always a singer that ends up...
Winning? Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess it is. I don't really watch them that much.
I don't understand. And there's these like, 13, 14-year-old girls, and they make the poster and they scream, oh, person 44-2A from this season. Yeah. Like, he's been on the show for
They always do the sob story as well, just before they go on stage.
You've seen him for a collective total of, 4 hours or something. How are you that invested in this guy?
This person is the next big thing in singing, guys. They've been on television for 10 minutes a week for 13 weeks.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, I don't care.
But yeah, we have enough singers. Stop digging up more.
Is that because you and I just listen to stuff that has been around for a long time and we don't care much for newer things, or what? But
it's not new. It's not. The person is new.
Yeah,
the song is old.
The material is old. Yeah, until they get the recording contract and then they write their own material.
But then that never succeeds. You just struggled here to name me 3.
True.
Songs.
And I only really remember, Guy. In fact,
actually, Shannon Noll's Big Black Shiny Car, I believe, was an original.
Was that an original? Yeah, but he was the runner-up.
Yeah, but that doesn't... I didn't even ask for winners. I asked for anyone from...
The interesting thing is just as far as naming people that were runners-up, I could probably name more runners-up than winners. Maybe. Really? Don't hold me to that. Okay. But, yeah, off the top of my head, I feel like I more runners-up have made careers for themselves than winners of that show. Or those shows. I
don't know if I could. I don't think I could I don't think I could match you on that.
Anyway, what do you reckon?
I just want to read out. We've got another message in.
Oh yeah, go on.
A bunch of ex-Idol people do quite well after stepping out of the pop arena. Yeah. Matt Corby, Lisa Mitchell, etc. Mm-hmm. Don't read this on air because it's an observation, not observational comedy.
So that's just news.
That's news.
That person has told us a fact.
Yeah, I guess. News or olds.
Olds.
Sorry, I read it on air, but yeah. We are desperate for time.
This is going to become a bit of a theme, isn't it? I mean, we've only got 4 minutes, right? But, how about we get into the other business?
All right, yeah. We got any other business?
So here on that one.
Here. Stop. We'd have enough singers.
Yeah. No more singers. The comments were just flooding in there with various singers.
And I'm not saying stop singing.
Oh, yeah, no, do your thing.
Go out, sing, but we don't need TV.
Go out, sing, do whatever you want. We're not paying you to do it.
we're not unearthing.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
We don't need...
there's a lot of soil in the world. I'm not hiring machines to go out and dig up more. And look, there's more soil under here. What are you doing with all this dirt you've already dug up? There's a big pile of dirt here.
Yeah.
Stop digging up the dirt.
Look, don't call us. We'll call you.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. When we need talent, we'll give you a call.
When we need talent.
There isn't currently a dearth of talent. We've got enough of it.
You know what's actually interesting? I think I've got my facts right here. Millsy is now an actor on Neighbours, I believe.
Is he?
I could be
wrong.
We're
talking about that jock, right, that hosted Big Brother and stuff.
No. This is Robert. He was a singer on Idol.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
But he's done it sort of in reverse. Most people go through Neighbours and then leave to become a singer.
Become singers, yeah.
He's gone come backwards. The other way.
So he's going from potential big time to guaranteed small time.
Yeah. I hope I haven't... Look, I may have got that completely wrong. There's a guy on Neighbours, I think it's Millsy. I think he looks kind of what I think Millsy looks like.
Who used to be a singer.
Yeah.
On Idol.
Yes. We'll find out if I'm wrong later, I suppose.
I guess if anyone can look that up...
to make an apology.
Exactly, yeah. We'll have the official apology next week. As far as the only other business is... send us in topics if you want us to talk about anything in particular.
We are desperate.
Send us in topics. Our email address is thehiddenagendapodcast@gmail.com. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Hidden Agenda Podcast. Go and like our page, favorite our page, follow us, send us messages. We need as much material as you can get, as was painfully obvious today.
It was better this time.
It was better this time. It felt better this time. And I think that's probably about it. Like and follow Fresh Radio.
Yes.
Of course, so you can see our live streams direct as they hit the airwaves, or the internet waves, the series of tubes.
Well, they're slightly behind, I think, which is good, because I know when I make a mistake, there's 30 seconds, everyone's going to hear that mistake.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just brilliant to sort of think about that.
And we need a good bleep button as well. Because we've tripped over ourselves a couple times.
We'll get better.
Yeah.
If you listen back, I actually cut off mine.
One. I dropped one this time. You dropped one last time. So we're one each so far.
I dropped one this time as well, but it wasn't complete. It was 75% of a swear word.
75% of a swear word. Anyway, that's it from us. Thank you very much.
Thank you for listening.